start this tour of the old town at the Central Market, one of the oldest and most beautiful food markets in Europe. And the Art Nouveau architecture is stunning. It's packed with stalls selling fresh Spanish staples and local specialities such as the famous Valencian paella. The market is open from 7:30 in the morning until 3 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Just across the street is the Silk Exchange, or La Lonja de la Seda, a 15th century symbol of Valencia's former economic power. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was once a major centre for silk and commodity trading. The contract hall is a vast Gothic space with spiral columns and vaulted ceilings, where merchants would negotiate deals. This is one of the best preserved examples of civil Gothic architecture in Europe. The courtyard is known as the Patio de los Naranjos, or Courtyard of the Orange Trees. Upstairs is the Consulado del Mar, where maritime trade was regulated. It features a richly decorated ceiling from the 16th century. Next stop, the Torres de Quart. These twin towers were built in the 15th century as part of the fortified city walls, and just one of a few surviving gates from the original medieval wall. In Valencia, this bat symbol is everywhere. A bat alerted King James I's army to a surprise attack during the reconquest of the city from the Moors. Speaking of the Moors, nearby is one of the rare surviving traces of their time here. This arch once formed part of an entryway into the old Islamic city, before the Christian conquest reshaped its walls and streets, and just ahead is one of the clearest symbols of the new Christian era. The Torres de Serranos were built in the late 14th century to guard the city's northern entrance. This is a city layered with history. Romans and Visigoths, Moors and Christians, each leaving their mark over the centuries. We're on our way now to St. Nicholas's Square, and what I think is one of the city's most stunning attractions. The Church of St. Nicholas. Entry to the church is around €15. It's often called the Sistine Chapel of Valencia because of the richness of its frescoes, layered onto a Gothic foundation. The church has been around in some form since the 13th century. But most of what you see today was shaped during the Baroque period. You can also enjoy this daily light show. Using powerful projectors, details are highlighted on the ceiling above. It's brilliantly done and well worth timing your visit for. Check the St. Nicholas website for more details. Plaza de la Virgen, one of Valencia's most historic and symbolic squares. At its centre is the Fountain of the Turia, with the city's historic river personified as a reclining man. Just beside it is the Basilica of Our Lady of the Forsaken, or simply La Virgen as she's known here, the city's patron saint, and a deeply important figure for locals. Just a few steps from the basilica is the cathedral. It was built in the 13th century on the site of a former mosque, following the Reconquest. It stands next to the Plaza de la Reina, the main square in the city centre. Entry is €10. Inside you'll find a blend of Romanesque, Gothic and Baroque styles. On display is the mummified arm of St. Vincent the Martyr, as well as this 1st century cup, which may or may not be the original Holy Grail. We're back out in the streets of this beautiful city, and there's just one last stop. This is the Cat's House. Built in 2003 by a local artist, it marks a hole in the wall where stray cats come and go. And that wraps up our quick tour of the historic centre. I must add that this represents only a small part of what Valencia has to offer. It has one of the most unique parks in Europe, with a complex of buildings straight out of a sci-fi movie, and a wonderful seafront. I'll be uploading more Valencia content, so subscribe if you'd like to stay tuned.